Well, this is our last week. Now, don't you be laughing out there, okay? I know that you're ready for this to end, but keep in mind now, we've got our work cut out this week. This last chapter, which I think is an exciting chapter, well, you say, well, you thought all of them were exciting. Well, I really do. Criminology, I think, when you really think about how we explain human behavior, has to be fascinating. We want to know, why do people commit crime? Why do people not? And so hopefully as you've gone through it, and there are going to probably be theories here that you've enjoyed and theories that you just hated dealing with, but they're out there. And again, as I said when we first started, that there is no simple answer for explaining humans' behavior. What I find in this last chapter I think exciting is because now we can throw all of this together. The author titles this chapter Integrated Theory, and that's exactly what some of the writers do, like Thornberry. Some of those individuals have written in this area. In fact, I'll just kind of slide this in. Even my own dissertation dealt with integrated theories. Now, I like this because then you say, well, what is it? You take more than one theory and you weave them together. You integrate them. So let's just say, for instance, where you look at differential association, which is certainly one of the most popular theories. In the explanation of why people commit crime, it may explain something like, let's say, 50, 45, 75%. That means that you still have 25% out there that's not explained. So the general gist is, if we can combine these theories, if we can put them in some kind of sequence, then maybe we can do a better job, a larger job, having a larger, what we call it, especially in research, a larger R square. In terms of explaining why people commit crimes. So maybe going from 50 or 75%, maybe we can get to 90, maybe we can get to 99. I'm not sure that idealistically we could get to 100%, but we can work at creating a better explanation. So the more we can integrate the theories, the more we can weave them together, the more we can cover areas that deal with social learning, the more we can cover areas that deal with the environment. We pull those together and we get a better idea of why people commit crimes. So that's what you're going to read and digest as you move through this particular section. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. It will remind you of some of the theories that we've had in the early weeks. And now it's saying, let's put these together in some kind of model, M-O-D-E-L, and we can see how they work. Okay, so let's see now if we can tie this together here. In this integrated chapter, there are a number of authors who have taken, for instance, again, the strain. Some have taken differential association. Some have taken Cohen's theory, delinquent subculture. And again, they weave these together. You want to start out with the theory probably that's having the most effect, the earliest effect on your left-hand side, and you work towards the right. Say, for instance, in one of the path models I used, I started out looking at differential association. And I moved from there to look then at the environment in which these people existed in. And you could actually do vice versa. So you could talk about differential association, you could look at social control, and what you want to do is that you want to have a measurement of each one of these theories and then see how better they explain criminal behavior. Now, there are a number of writings out there, and we see some of this in our chapter in our textbook here, where you've got some that are called combined or integrated. You've got some that are called multi-factor. You've got, even you get into what is called the life course paradigm, or actually a theory. And so it looks at life over a time frame for these individuals who become criminals. And so they start out very early in life, and so they map all of this out. So I think the thing that I really want to stress is with the integrated theories, it's using more than one. Authors will give them a different name, but you're using several theories in them. And so since this is my last lecture to you, I guess, closing out this week, and I guess we can all say thank God for 5-week courses, I hope that you really have come to appreciate something about criminal justice and also criminology. Knowing how and why people commit crimes will help us to devise methods of helping. With prediction, we can also do treatment. And I know some of you may not be into treatment. Some of you may say, let's just lock them up. But my thought about that is that unless we keep them in there forever, they will be out. So we've got to come up with some means of how do we help to reduce criminal activity. And the only way we can do that is understand why people, first of all, commit crimes. And from that, then we can create some resolutions. I hope you've enjoyed this course. I look forward to interact with you in future courses.